Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So today's video, I'm going to be checking out Highclere Castle. If you guys aren't familiar with the castle, it's basically where Downton Abbey is filmed. And I thought I'd come and check it out because I've never been here before. And I've got a couple of kind of random facts about the castle. So the estate actually dates back to, I think, 749, when I think an Anglo-Saxon king granted the estate to the Bishop of Winchester. And back in 1842, the same guy that designed the Houses of Parliament also redesigned Highclere Castle of what we know it today. And it looks stunning, absolutely stunning. And I think there's about 200 to 300 rooms actually in the castle. And the tour that I'm doing actually shows the main staterooms that Downton Abbey was filmed in. So I've never actually watched Downton Abbey, but it'd be good to check out. So I've just arrived at Highclere Castle. You can just see it in the background. It's actually quite a nice sunny day. So I will just pop inside. I've got a ticket for the garden and the castle. And you just can't film inside the castle, but you can film outside. So I thought I'd make the most of it. It's pretty quiet. So this is the gift shop at Highclere Castle. It is quite a small gift shop and it is actually on the estate, so it's easy to get to after you finish the tour. And there is quite a variety of different items you can purchase. I would say they are a little bit touristy, but it's great to check out anyway. And I did quite like, they've got quite a few different kind of candles and soaps. And I quite like this wild blueberry soap, which is £16.50. Which is quite nice, and then you've got a smaller size as well. They also have Lily of the Valley soaps and then a lavender soap, which are all around about the same price. And then there's a couple of other candles. I quite like this lavender and geranium candle, which again, pretty reasonable at kind of £10 pretty much, and they're quite small, so easy to ship. But these mugs are quite funny. I love the Her Ladyship and His Lordship. They're both about £8. And then you've got other things kind of like magnets, pens, and also kind of ornaments that you can have at home. And, you know, quite quirky, I would say, key rings. So you've got keys to the castle and Her Ladyship's keys, which are quite funny. But it depends on what you want to check out when you come here. But I did quite like the shortbread and also the they've got kind of lemon biscuits. And I think from my understanding as well, recently Fortnum & Mason have also agreed to have Highclere Castle gin. If I've got the information, I'll also link it in the description bar below, because I think that's quite a recent kind of collaboration. And you can see here as well, there's some more biscuits and also kind of chutneys. I quite like the look of the caramelised onion chutney. And also you've got these jams. Again, anyone that knows me knows I love an afternoon tea with a good selection of jams, but I've never actually heard of chuckleberry jam. I don't know if you guys have, but I quite like the variety of these little mini ones and marmalades and preserves. And then you've also got a spicy mango chutney and chili jam that you can get. So you can get kind of various items. You can get kind of ceramics, honeys. You can also get the jams, but also some clothing, and I saw some bags as well. So depending on what you wanted to check out, there is quite a good selection, and even just little mini gifts. One thing I wasn't necessarily expecting to see was they also do like tubs of seeds, and because there's various different gardens on site here, you can actually purchase some of their seeds. So this one is like a pack of wildflower seeds directly from the castle, because they've got a wildflower garden, and I really like that. I would have loved to have purchased that, but I wouldn't have been able to ship them back to New Zealand. But again, you can also see here a few of the selections of different types of seeds. So if you're into gardening or really interested in the kind of horticultural side of things, you might like actually the gift shop. Also as well, kind of a unique aspect of Highclere Castle is that the 5th Earl of Carnarvon's also discovered the actual tomb of Tutankhamun. So very, very random. But again, if I've got the information, I'll put it in the description bar below. But that's part of the Highclere Castle kind of family background, that he basically found the tomb of Tutankhamun. And also there's also a separate Egyptian exhibition that you can pay extra to when you go into the castle. I also quite like these kind of small little prints of the castle, and you can also see a selection of books as well, because there's quite a lot of history behind Highclere Castle. So I think really nice, really, really interesting place to just pop into. So I've just finished inside the castle. Unfortunately, I couldn't take any pictures or video. There was like notices everywhere where you couldn't obviously film, which is fine, and it was really busy anyway. But I'm just outside now, checking out the gardens. So I think there's about 5 or 6 gardens. I wouldn't mind seeing the healing herb garden and the wildflower one, the wildflower meadow. There's also a gift shop and place you can get afternoon tea as well. So we'll just have a bit of a walk. So this is the little leaflet you get when you show your ticket in arrivals at the entry point, and it's just got a bit of information about the opening times, but more importantly there's actually a map, which I found quite useful if you want to check out particular gardens. Like I wanted to look at the healing garden and the wild meadow. So gives you a bit of an idea, because it's quite vast. So I'm just having a bit of a look around the gardens. I'm going to head off soon. Now I was going to book an afternoon tea, and I wasn't quite sure, kind of debating it, and I've actually got here and I'm kind of glad I didn't. It's not looking amazing, to be honest. I'll put the details in the description bar anyway, but you can pre-book afternoon tea kind of picnic boxes, and you can pre-book an actual afternoon tea. But it's not actually in the castle, it's in a little sub-building just to the side of it, and it's just a bit cafeteria-esque for me, which, you know, there's nothing wrong with that, but yeah, it wasn't really jumping out at me, to be honest. But inside's really lovely. I haven't ever seen Downton Abbey, to be honest, but it's really useful when you go around. There's basically each room, it breaks down where various scenes were, and they've got snapshots of the actual scenes where the actors were filming, which is kind of cool. And yeah, if you're really into Downton Abbey, I think you'd really love it here. but just be mindful you can't film, you can't take pictures or anything, but you can of the outside and you can in the gift shop. I bought a few bits, but it's very, very teeny gift shop. Again, it's in like a little outbuilding. There are toilets on site, but you can't go to the toilet while you're in the castle. Not that I could see anyway. You had to kind of go through the tour, and then at the very end there's the toilets. Plenty of places to kind of sit outside. But I would say if you've got kind of any disability or mobility issues, throughout the tour it was kind of like really slow, nowhere to really sit down. Obviously all the furniture you're not allowed to touch anyway. There was a lady behind me on crutches that was really struggling, and there was a lady in front of me, kind of an elderly lady, that was really finding it difficult, I think. So and that can also, in all fairness, kind of slow down the process of moving all the way through. A lot of the staff basically are kind of, they stagger you into entry, so when you've got your ticket it just means that there's not like a cluster of loads of people in one section, which obviously if you're not really moving that can cause a bit of an issue. But yeah, give yourself a couple of hours I think, and then leisurely walk around the gardens depending on obviously the British weather. But I also as well, I wish I'd done the gardens first when it was sunnier before I'd gone into the castle, but then I'm more into kind of the gardens anyway. But I do love the architecture, it's pretty stunning. I have been to Buckingham Palace recently and filmed that. If I've got the footage ready in the video, I'll link it in the card in the corner and in the description bar. But I think I prefer this building. It's got a bit more kind of stature in regards to where it's physically located. It's really rural, as you can see. It's super quiet, apart from obviously as tourists. But gorgeous, gorgeous views. Whereas obviously Buckingham Palace is literally right in the centre of London, so it's more convenient. Like, this was a bit of a mission to get to from where I currently was. But yeah, Buckingham Palace, again, you can't film or take footage in there or photos, but I kind of like the surrounding of this place, and the building does look pretty substantial. I do know that is it Lady Carnarvon, I think it is. I'll put her details in the description bar. She's got a blog, a podcast. She does like a book club. You can be like a Friends of Highclere, which is like a bit of a membership thing with like extra kind of benefits and perks. They do like a Christmas at Highclere afternoon tea and tour, which I think would be really nice if it was all lit up in the winter. And I think as well they have special Christmas and summer parties that if you're a patron or Friends of Highclere, which is a bit like a membership, you get tickets for that as well, which is really nice if you're really interested in Highclere and doing stuff while you're here. It's like an annual membership, but yeah, which I'm not. But this is the first time I've been to Highclere, so I've never actually checked out the place, but I may come back for Christmas. I think they do a Christmas markets in the grounds, which I think would be kind of cool actually. So maybe do that this Christmas. What do you guys think? But oh, it's getting a bit silly now. So I'm going to head back to the car. I've got a bit of a long journey ahead, about 2.5 hour drive. So I wanted to kind of start off quite early. Just walking back to the car now, but yeah, that's really nice. Good to check out the gardens. Thankfully it wasn't raining today, unlike yesterday. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.